Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Awesome. So, you've probably heard about Bitcoin, right?
Of course. It's hard to miss these days.
Definitely. But today, we're going beyond just the Bitcoin hype, and we're going to explore the tech behind it, blockchain.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's super fascinating. We're actually using a really cool YouTube video from Bloom Academy today. It's called Blockchain Explained. How does it work?
Okay.
It's a great video. I think you'll love this. So blockchain, what comes to mind?
Most people, I think, when they hear blockchain, they think cryptocurrency.
Right.
But there's so much more to it than that, and that's really what we're going to be diving into today. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we even think about data and trust and transactions online.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we should start with the basics. Like, what even is blockchain? The video uses a really helpful analogy to explain it.
Yeah, it compares it to like a telecom company.
Okay.
But instead of transmitting data, it's transmitting, or I guess creating and transferring value.
Okay. And this value could be anything. Financial assets, medical records, even proof of ownership for like a piece of digital art.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a pretty broad concept.
So instead of making calls, we're like making transactions or sending information.
Precisely. And all of this is happening on a decentralized network.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really one of the key features of blockchain, this idea of decentralization.
All right, now decentralization, that sounds a little technical. What does it actually mean, like in practical terms?
So it means that there's no single entity controlling the blockchain.
Okay.
It's not like a traditional database, say, that's managed by, I don't know, a bank or a government. A blockchain is distributed across a network of computers.
Oh, I see.
So think of it like a shared Google Doc that everyone on the network has a copy of.
Okay, so like if someone tries to change their copy, everyone else would know.
Exactly. And that brings us to the second key feature, which is security. Blockchain uses what are called cryptographic methods to encrypt the data. It makes it incredibly difficult to hack. Okay, cryptography. That always sounds so mysterious and high-tech to me.
It is pretty complex, but the basic idea is that it's like a digital vault for your information.
Okay, that makes sense. So if it's like a vault, what's the blockchain part?
Well, imagine the data being stored in these blocks, and these blocks are linked together in chronological order. Each block is connected to the one before it, forming a chain, hence the name blockchain.
Okay, that makes sense.
This chain creates a permanent and tamper-proof record of all the transactions.
So like a historical record,
Exactly.
constantly being updated, but it can't be erased or altered.
Right. Any record that's stored on a blockchain, whether it's a financial transaction, a medical record, a property title, it has an irrefutable and transparent history. And, if you think about this in the bigger picture, you can see how this could really revolutionize how we think about trust and transparency online.
Yeah. No more like wondering if records have been tampered with or anything.
Right.
But the video makes it clear that blockchain can do a lot more than just keep records.
Right. So Bitcoin proved that a decentralized system could work for cryptocurrency. But it was really Ethereum that took blockchain to the next level by introducing smart contracts.
Smart contracts. I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't really know what they are.
Basically, you can think of them as self-executing agreements written in code. So they automatically enforce the terms of a contract when certain conditions are met.
Oh, okay. It's like having a digital lawyer built right into the system.
That's a great way to think about it.
That's so efficient.
Yeah, it is.
Can you give me like a real-world example?
Sure. So imagine you buy travel insurance, right, using a smart contract.
Okay.
And your flight gets delayed, say, beyond a certain time. That smart contract automatically triggers a payout to you without you having to file any claims or paperwork.
Wow, that would save so much hassle.
It would.
So smart contracts can like streamline all kinds of processes.
Yeah, and they can be used in a variety of situations. But their applications, of course, go far beyond just travel insurance.
Yeah, and we're going to dive into some of those really exciting use cases in just a moment.
So before we were talking about smart contracts and how they can streamline all kinds of processes.
Yeah.
That's just one example of how blockchain is being used in really innovative ways.
Yeah, the video Blockchain Explained, it goes on to highlight like a bunch of fascinating use cases.
Yeah.
Let's dive into some of those.
Okay.
I was particularly intrigued by the section on real estate.
Real estate, it's ripe for disruption with blockchain.
Okay.
It's all about tokenization. Imagine if you took a property and divided ownership into digital tokens.
Okay.
Kind of like virtual shares.
So instead of needing like a ton of money to buy an entire property,
Yeah.
you could buy just like a fraction of it through these tokens.
Exactly. It could
Okay.
open up investment opportunities in, really prime markets that were previously inaccessible to most people. And because these tokens can be traded on a blockchain platform, it also makes the buying and selling process much smoother and more transparent.
So increased accessibility, streamlined transactions, and greater transparency.
Yeah,
I see how this could be a game changer.
definitely.
What other areas are being impacted by blockchain?
Well, speaking of empowering individuals, blockchain can also revolutionize how we manage our own health data.
Ooh, okay.
Imagine a system where all of your medical records are stored securely on a blockchain,
Okay.
accessible to both you and your doctors with your consent, of course.
Well, I'm definitely interested in this. I've personally spent way too much time filling out the same forms at different doctors' offices.
Oh, yeah.
Having all my records easily accessible and secure, that would be amazing.
Exactly. It would streamline the entire process, and it puts patients in control of their own health information.
Okay.
It could also help prevent medical errors and fraud because any changes to those records would be immediately visible to everyone on the network.
So more secure, more efficient, more patient control.
Mm.
That's a big win.
It is.
The video also touched on the potential of blockchain to transform the energy sector.
Yes.
What's happening there?
It's really quite remarkable. Think about renewable energy sources like solar panels.
Okay.
They often generate more energy than a single household can use.
Yeah.
With blockchain, individuals with solar panels could actually sell their surplus energy directly to their neighbors.
That's that peer-to-peer energy trading we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Cutting out the middleman and enabling people to participate in a more sustainable energy future.
Exactly.
It seems like there are huge implications for energy independence as well.
Absolutely. And it's a win-win for everyone involved. The seller earns income from their excess energy, and the buyer gets access to clean, affordable power.
Okay.
It's a fantastic example of how blockchain can facilitate these decentralized and efficient systems.
Okay, so we've covered real estate, healthcare, energy.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Well, this one might be particularly interesting for you. Blockchain has the potential to revolutionize the arts and entertainment industry.
Now you've got my attention.
Yeah.
Tell me more. I know a lot of artists and musicians who struggle to get fair compensation for their work.
Right, and this is where blockchain can really make a difference.
Okay.
Think about it. Artists and creators often have to rely on these intermediaries,
Yeah.
record labels, publishers, streaming platforms to distribute their work and collect revenue.
Yeah, I know how frustrating that can be. It feels like they're always losing a big chunk of their earnings to the middleman.
Exactly. Blockchain can cut out those middlemen, allowing artists to connect directly with their fans and receive a larger share of the profits.
So we're talking about musicians selling their music directly to fans, authors, publishing their books without a publisher, filmmakers distributing their movies without a studio.
Precisely. It's a powerful tool for empowering creators and ensuring they get the recognition and the compensation they deserve. And it could lead to a much richer and more diverse cultural landscape.
It sounds incredibly empowering for artists and very exciting for fans too.
Yes.
So from education and government records to real estate, energy, healthcare, even the arts, it seems like blockchain has the potential to touch nearly every aspect of our lives.
It truly does. And the exciting thing is that we're still in the early stages of exploring its full potential. There's
Wow.
so many possibilities yet to be discovered.
It's a lot to take in. What does all this mean for the future? Where do we go from here? It feels like blockchain is a paradigm shift almost.
It really is. It's very similar to what the internet was back in the day.
Yeah, like the early days of the internet. There's so much excitement. There's experimentation.
Yeah.
And then also some uncertainty.
Yeah.
Where is this headed?
Right.
What does this all mean for the future? What are the challenges? What are the opportunities that blockchain faces as it continues to evolve?
Well, one of the key challenges is going to be scalability. As more people and organizations use blockchain, the networks are going to need to be able to handle a much larger volume of transactions.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's like rush hour traffic on the internet.
Exactly.
If everyone is trying to do the same thing at the same time, things slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of really, really smart people working on this problem,
Okay.
developing new protocols and technologies to try to improve scalability.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
What about the whole regulatory landscape?
Yeah.
Because it seems like governments are still figuring out how to approach this, this new technology.
Absolutely. Regulatory uncertainty is a big challenge.
Yeah.
Different countries have different approaches.
Yeah.
And it's still so early
Right.
for developing clear and consistent guidelines.
It does feel like we're still in the Wild West phase of blockchain,
Yeah.
where there's a ton of innovation happening,
Yes.
but also, potential for misuse.
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's so important to be having these conversations about the benefits and also the risks.
Right.
We need to educate people,
Yeah.
engage policymakers,
hmm
and really just work together to ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically.
So education and collaboration are key as we move forward with all of this.
Yeah. It's not a magic bullet. It's not going to solve all the world's problems,
Right.
but it does have the potential to be a really, really powerful tool for good.
I'm feeling very inspired after this deep dive. I don't know about you.
Me too.
Blockchain, it may have started with Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
but it's clear that the potential of it extends way beyond just cryptocurrency.
Definitely. I mean, this is a technology that could transform like so many aspects of our world,
Yeah.
from increasing transparency and accountability to, like we were talking about, empowering individuals,
Right.
creating new economic opportunities.
And it's all happening now. It's exciting.
It really is. It's a very exciting time to be following this technology. As we wrap up today, just a final thought-provoking question for you, the listener.
Given all the potential uses we've discussed today, what application of blockchain excites you the most and why?
Keep exploring, keep learning,
Okay.
and keep diving deep into this world of knowledge.